I've got to tell you what loyal is, guys. Loyal to me is sitting and having a coffee with an unbelievable Australian guy, Greg, who owns Ross Hill Wines. Great Australian and a terrific guy, just came forward and he said, how much do you need, mate? And Jonesy just leaned across the table and goes, and mate, for the charity work you're doing, mate, it'd be my honour to support it. Greg's in the room tonight, guys, and thank you very much, buddy, for just doing that. Loyal, the concept behind that was to go and ask a lot of people, a lot of well-known Australian iconic sportsmen to donate their time for free, to draw awareness to the things we want to do. Next morning, our navigator told us that we were coming about 18th in the race. And things weren't great. Grant Hackett turned, and this is where the cultures start to combine. Hackett starts to shake his head. He goes, listen, I don't do 17th. Humpty Dumpty is one of those guys who bridges the gap between saying, no, if government will not buy this essential equipment, we'll form an organisation that does.
I had no concept of what our health system was like. And I've had one hell of an education in the last 14 years. And she said, Paul, I bought that piece of equipment tonight because if the hospital had had it 2 years ago, my daughter would be alive tonight.
The very first day that we had the video laryngoscope available for use, we had a chance to use it on a child that was deteriorating quickly with asthma. The CMAC video laryngoscope is now available to be used for intubations. I used it yesterday on an 18-month-old severe asthmatic and it worked beautifully. We should let Humpty Dumpty know their wonderful generosity led to saving an 18-month-old boy on the first day we had it.
I honestly thought he was dying, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. All I could do was cry, which I did a lot of.
Look, he hasn't come out of the seizure. He's still seizing. So I was fairly shaken driving to hospital. And I think, as I said to you earlier, Robert, I think it's wonderful to be able to see one doctor in a hospital. It's terrible to see 10. It was no doubt the scariest day of our life.
Thank you to John and Christy, and makes it tangible. Geez, John and Shelley, doesn't that make it worthwhile, hey? So the boat, ladies and gentlemen, has been basically rebuilt this year, and it looks fantastic.
I've been at the front of the barrack with Hacky and Grant Hackett, and I remember water was going over the top of us, and Hacky turns to me and he goes, mate, this is what we fucking signed up for. How good's this?
The food was the spaghetti bolognese. Sean, your wife, did a great job, and then some bread rolls. And Josh over here, I'm not sure whether he clipped his nails, but he could have been doing anything. And after 2 days, and the meals were saying he was scratching his nuts, he was picking his nose, he was scratching his ears, and there's no showers, no one showered, no one did anything. So you get your bowl of food, and it'd have like 15, 18, maybe 25 sets of hands on your food with a bread roll. But I was that hungry. It wasn't my bowl. It was cold, and it had a hair in it, and I just literally wiped up the remnants of the bowl with the bread and just scoffed it.
If you can imagine, guys just eating frozen, freeze-dried food, farting like lunatics, Kernsey in a corner crying like, I want to be.
So, that's the kind of shit I'm going to have to put up with for a couple of days on this boat.
And we're very much looking forward to your story, Lane.
Yeah, I'll share it. At least I can remember mine, Kernsey.
Look, the Hobart for me is on the bucket list.
It's a hell of a lure, Kernsey, and it was big, bright and red and white, and I bit it, so I'm stoked.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Hayden joining us on the crew of Loyal this year. Thanks, Haydos.